Welcome to Republic Jet Center,
a boutique premier FBO service provider in East Farmingdale, New York.
your gateway to world-class events like the Ryder Cup, coming to Bethpage Black Golf Course, just 11 minutes from this FBO.
Avoid city congestion and arrive in style with no delays. On-site U.S. Customs, TSA screening, and premium ground transportation.
Only 45 minutes from Manhattan.
RepublicJetCenter.com.
Ask their client services team about exclusive hotel accommodation and concierge services.
RepublicJetCenter.com.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku. And it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Sunday morning. With us today is Senator Ashley Moody from the great state of Florida. And Senator Moody, I mean, there's so many things going on. One of the things that I've noticed that the America, some people are attacking our ICE agents in Portland, in Chicago. And it's being attacked by a group named Antifa. Who is Antifa? You were the Attorney General of Florida. You're not a U.S. Senator from Florida to Washington. Have we figured this out?
Yes, great to be with you, and thank you so much for inviting me this morning to talk to you and to talk to Americans about some very serious issues that are taking place in some of our cities and states around the nation. I think people keep referring to attacks on ICE. It's broader than that. There are organized efforts to not just attack or threaten attacks on ICE members or their families, which in many instances, people are advocating, sharing information and exposing who they are so people can make these threats online. And that is very serious. But know that there are other federal law enforcement agents that are assisting in some of these cities to enforce federal laws, whether that's drug laws or, RICO laws. I mean, you name it. These agents are focusing on criminal acts in these cities, and you're seeing organized efforts come out and work against them and to intimidate and threaten and keep them from doing their job. And by the way, when a governor like Pritzker or a mayor like Brandon Johnson comes out and presents federal agents coming into a city trying to make it safer, doing their jobs and uses rhetoric like war or invasion, or that they're coming here to cause violence, that is nothing but inciting violence. And I really hope that people take notice of that. That is dangerous for law enforcement officers. I can tell you, I'm the wife of a law enforcement officer. It terrifies me that you have Americans calling for the intimidation or threat to law enforcement. And I think what President Trump is trying to say, look, a lot of this is organized. And just recently, he came out and designated Antifa as a terrorist threat. Antifa is a organization, really kind of an anarchist organization that explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government and its law enforcement, its authorities, its system of law. And so,
Senator, is somebody paying them?
I think that there have been allegations that many of these organizations have gone well beyond grassroots kind of political or policy organizations, that they are now being structured in a way to really create chaos, generate riots, advocate for threats, intimidation of law enforcement. And there have been allegations that funding is coming from different groups, and I believe, from what I could glean from some of the hearings that I've been in, that this has been looking into. I think that it needs to be looked into because you see the chaos that it is causing in different cities. And, President Trump is like, this is enough. I mean, how long are we going to keep turning our heads to a group that explicitly says they want to overthrow our government? That can't go on.
No, it can't go on.
And as it plays out, he's got to assist in areas that need protection of federal buildings, protection of federal agents so that they can do their jobs and not just restore order, but carry out the enforcement of federal laws. And that really is the premise that we created this country under, which is we're going to live as a free people under laws that we all decide with our elected representatives.
Yes.
And there's a group of good men and women in law enforcement that help us enforce those. And right now you're seeing kind of a subversive group that's pushing back.
Senator Moody, there's word around that it's possibly some foreign money being interchanged into that Antifa group. I mean, have you heard anything from your end?
I think all of the organizational structure and support and where that is coming from is being looked into. I do hear allegations, but what I will tell you is the affect of what they're doing is serving our foreign adversaries' interests, right? It is, causing chaos and disorder in many of our cities and states. I said that publicly at hearings the other day. I think that our foreign adversaries are very happy to let some of these leaders like Pritzker and others, do their jobs for them and create obstruction to our law enforcement officers. It's just insane that we're having these discussions when, in fact, they are working against the very structure this country was founded on, and that is a rule of law with good men and women that just do their jobs and enforce the law on behalf of the people. And it's just really incredible to me that you have the rhetoric coming out of some of these Democratic leaders that is causing a lot of the violence that we're seeing around this nation.
Senator Ashley Moody, please stay on top of it on behalf of our kids and grandkids that will inherit our country. And thank you so much for how hard you work, and God bless you and God bless America.
Great to be with you.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Lifelong Democrat Diana Florence served for 25 years as a Manhattan prosecutor under DA Robert Morgenthau. She put criminals away, stood up for victims, and protected our streets. Now, Diana is challenging failed Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg as an independent because it's time for a DA who fights for our families, not criminals. That's why Diana has won the support of organized labor like the steam fitters, plumbers, and ironworkers, everyday New Yorkers who want a DA they can trust. Manhattan needs a DA who will do the job, prosecute crime. That's Diana Florence. Under Alvin Bragg, crime is up and prosecutions are down. Bragg doesn't prosecute crime. He plays partisan politics. Bragg failed to protect women and failed to protect workers. As a prosecutor, Diana Florence won groundbreaking convictions, fighting against corruption, domestic violence, wage left, and deadly working conditions. She's always been a partner of unions, community groups, and to cops like us. For Manhattan District Attorney, vote for Diana Florence. Diana4DA.com. Paid for by Diana for Manhattan DA.
Welcome to Republic Jet Center,
A boutique premier FBO service provider in East Farmingdale, New York.
your gateway to world-class events like the Ryder Cup, coming to Bethpage Black Golf Course, just 11 minutes from this FBO.
Avoid city congestion and arrive in style with no delays. On-site U.S. Customs, TSA screening, and premium ground transportation.
Only 45 minutes from Manhattan.
RepublicJetCenter.com.
Ask their client services team about exclusive hotel accommodation and concierge services.
RepublicJetCenter.com.